In the recent past, it is not just women who have maintained the upper hand in the evolution of fashion and design. Men too have been steadily shadowing the progression of style.
Up till the early 70s, people preferred wearing shalwar kameez and sherwani or an achkan on their weddings. The grooms were sort of still holding on to the traditional values. From the 70s till the early 90s, they stopped wearing sherwanis and they switched on to wearing suits and jackets. And I think it's somewhere in the early 90s, I think I take credit for that, reintroducing sherwanis as a high fashion item back into the groom's wear. I think it was from the 90s that they started turning around. And all the way till 2005, sherwanis held on their grounds as a major fashion item or a preferred clothing on the wedding day.
The term metrosexual man holds an almost apologetic tone of men having an interest in what they wear and how they are perceived physically. However, as contemporary as the phrase may be, the thought process behind it is actually firmly steeped in history.
Back to the Mughal emperors, and they also used to spend a lot of time on themselves. The men I'm talking about, whether it's taking care of their hair or making a lot of wearing a lot of jewelry is concerned. But I think that part is being revived. But the whole essence is very different. Over there, the concept was to groom themselves and it was sheer indulgence at that point. But now it's not indulgence. It is trying to make a statement. They're doing this not to please themselves, but they're trying to do this to prove a point that we can do whatever we want and we are just as important. I think there's a distinct difference between the metrosexual man of today and the man who used to indulge in self-adornment.
It seems that men's designs have come full circle. The 21st century man has reverted to the grandeur of intricate embellishments and colors championed by the Mughal leaders. And it's not just the everyday man that has embraced this look. Bollywood has played its glamorous part in influencing the appearance of this regal groom.
We have billions of clients who come in and say, "Ji, Shah Rukh Khan wala joda de dein, aur ye wala joda, aur yo wala joda, aur kabhi khushi kabhi gum wala joda," and stuff like that. I get to hear that all the time now. So that mindset has all changed. There's tons of color. People want to wear turquoise blue, people want to wear purple, people want to wear gold, people want to wear red, people want to wear all kinds of color. In fact, more so now, and more embroidery than ever before.
When it comes to picking up what they want to wear or discerning what kind of fabrics or what kind of garments they want to wear, men are not as critical as women are, but they are very choosy because their spectrum is very small. So whatever you provide to them has to fit in within that mental spectrum or within the parameters that they've set for themselves. My theory has always been that a man's masculinity is very fragile. It's more fragile than a woman's virginity, because one shade off and he gets branded, one degree of higher sheen and he's considered sissy.
Competition has arisen between the groom's wedding ensemble and the otherwise highly decked up bride. Men have begun to choose costumes reminiscent of those worn by Mughal princes, indicating a harking back to past splendor. Not only has menswear crept into the limelight in recent years, but the new phenomenon of the metrosexual man has created a new culture, lifestyle, and business. So is this really a new phenomenon of the metrosexual man, or is it just mirroring the glory of the Mughal man? Let's go and find out what the future has in store for us.